Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out and join us. You can join our brand new elf on the shelf. You can spot him behind me. He's sitting inside a severed baby alligator's mouth right now. You can see that live on YouTube and Twitch.
All right. We were talking about Elf on the Shelf.
Let's talk about it for a second.
So
you running your elves this year, or the boys?
Oh yeah. They still enjoy it.
See, I figured they'd be, because they're a little more. I think they're a little more further down the road than Maisie is, because they I feel like as boys they get subjected to more.
Yes.
And I think that she is only doing it for us. That's what it appears. It appears as if she just doesn't want to break our hearts. I think that's where I'm at right now. Like, she'll go along with it because she knows that it's part of the deal.
Okay.
It's the standard Christmas deal.
I used to think that with my sons, but I don't know. I think they're in.
So if they're in, that's even better, because that means it's real.
They like extreme violence and fantasy.
Well, no, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. I mean, you can't have a severed head without an elf. Seriously.
Yeah.
They literally go hand in hand.
Yeah. And let me bitch about something.
So, are you going to tangent? You're allowed. It's your show.
So, it's...
Are you anti-violence now?
No, I'm pro-violence.
Okay. Good.
Crystal wants to go above and beyond, and I constantly have to tell her to tone it down.
Give me an example of above and beyond.
So, for instance...
Or maybe above and beyond that aggravates you.
Well, I've been bitching about this for years, about, she'll be like, it's your turn to do the thing, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll just go and I'll move it, and then just put it in a different place.
No, you don't have to put flour all over it, make it look like it's making cookies.
That's what Crystal wants. She wants me to
You do a couple of those.
She wants me to set up all the stuffed animals and make it look like they've been playing poker all night. She was like, make their hands a full house.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Make the bear look like he's on a bender. Put a beer in his hand.
Like, give one of the elves $23 exactly, and the other elf $50. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's like 6 and 7.
Put a cigarette in the elf's mouth.
I'm like, it's too much.
Don't do that.
I mean, you're going too far.
No, you only do a few of those. You only do if everybody knows the rules. She's breaking the Christmas rules.
Yeah, but that's how you want to go above and beyond. That's fine. It's not adding that much to their experience.
No, they're going to move on in 35 seconds. So why did you sit up all night make it look like? Now, I did come up with
time efficiently.
I did come up with a few of these because Andrea really likes it. Like, she's kind of into it. And we thought about a few of them, but we talked ourselves out of it. There was a time, Tom, when this is over right before the holidays. We were making, my family loves banana bread. We make a lot of banana bread. We make it for breakfast. And we were making banana bread. And there was a time when I looked at Andrea and I said, oh, you know what would be awesome? If you poured out a little bit of banana bread batter. And then we went online and found a small nonstick bread pan and made an elf-sized loaf of banana bread. And it was at that instance when I was saying that to Andrea, when I told myself, you're a fucking idiot. That's what I said to myself. And I shut it all down.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm not going to do that.
It's absurd.
It's a great idea, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, if you were an influencer, then I'd argue that you're...
Well, that's why you would do it, right?
Yes, you're making content.
That's why I got the idea.
For the masses, for money.
Yeah, but I'm not doing
You're not doing it for a one-person audience that's going to be like, oh, wow, miniature banana bread. No.
That's pretty severe. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And
I talked myself out of it. I'm pretty proud that I talked myself out of that. We did not do it.
And I'll make this
they don't make tiny nonstick bread pans, by the way. I got that far. I got that far.
It's like if EJ... came to us and hey, basically I'm using red light therapy and some, cold water plunges to increase my metabolism. And I'm like, you need to just stop eating fast food.
Yeah. Start with drinking enough water. Start with water.
And by that, I mean, Crystal, when she comes up with these elaborate plans, for the elves, I'm like, there's laundry that there's.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Our lives are a mess right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, your priorities are wrong.
Like our garage, our everything.
Our lives are upside down, and you're worried about the elf making tiny banana bread.
I need to get an oil change in my truck.
Yeah.
I haven't even shopped at all for anything.
You need to come up for air.
You
need to come up for air before. It's like, okay, they teach
throw
you.
them around.
They teach you to put your oxygen mask on before you put the mask on your elf.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
We're too far behind.
Give me, what has your elf been doing? Because we're just doing the standard moving it around.
We haven't even started.
Okay.
We haven't got a Christmas tree or done anything yet.
Oh, no, but the elf traditionally, I think, comes the day after Thanksgiving, right?
In our house, it comes with the Christmas tree.
Great. Oh, that's a good idea.
So they travel and
so
then
if
they
you're
show
lazy
up.
on the Christmas tree, you're lazy on the elf. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I just can't. Yeah,
that's a good plan.
And Crystal today, she's like, we need to get a Christmas tree, and she's like, I got to do this.
You got to get another sustainable organic
and
again.
then she's like, can we get it at 8:30 tonight? I'm like, 8:30.
I'll pencil you in for an 8:30 Christmas tree.
And I'm like, that's too late. Just let's push it back tomorrow. She's like, no. Like, I tell you, I'm like, we cannot do it all. Like, we can't go endless next time. It's.
But you're trying to do it all.
Yeah, it is wearing me out, bro.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
No.
Well, the elf thing,
right.
I kind of wish we hadn't done it, if I'm just being honest. It's kind of dumb. And it's
Yeah,
dumb.
but it
It's
makes
only,
your kid happy.
Well, it's only dumb now. I don't like the books and the endless, like now there are companies, and a lot of dads know what I'm talking about, but the original Elf on the Shelf company, you can go to like Walmart, and they got a whole department of officially licensed toys for Elf on the Shelf, right?
Yeah.
But then there are other companies that are undercutting Elf on the Shelf that are just called like Elf brand. And it's not Elf on the Shelf, but they make clothes too. But they make like hipper clothing because Elf on the Shelf, very traditional Christmas, lots of candy canes, Santa Claus, that kind of thing. The off-brand Elf on the Shelf clothing is like jean shorts with a hammer loop, like hip-hop elf.
Okay.
Rapper elf, right? Like elf wearing a bra underneath a sheer over-the-shoulder top. Like they got some spicier elf stuff out there for elves that don't necessarily want to live in the holiday tradition space. They do have hip-hop and punk rock elves. But it's undercut. It's literally a Chinese company that stole the dimensions of the elf. Some Chinese guy measured the elf, and he's like,
and they made clothes.
We're going to steal. We're gonna make officially not officially licensed elf clothing.
Unlicensed.
And we're just gonna sell, and we're gonna do the stuff that kids want. Like we're gonna do like 6'7" elf. We're gonna do that.
Whatever.
Whatever the kids are into. We're
pump
gonna,
it out.
Yeah, we're gonna just pump it out. Like and it works. I'm looking at the aisle. I know you don't go to Walmart, but if you look at them side by side, you have holiday tradition elf on the shelf, and then you have like hip hop punk rock elf, and the cooler the Chinese garbage wins every time. Every time.
Have they made different ethnicities?
Yes, I have a Puerto Rican elf at the house.
Okay.
Like my elf at the house.
So
Dodie,
there are different color elves.
Dodie elf, that was one of the first things they did, and genders. Dodie elf, that is my elf, when we acquired her, she was an accident. I snagged a brown elf with earrings. I wanted a boy elf. Like I was just going to get like a me, the standard Dan.
Okay.
Standard old boring white guy. But I didn't get that. I just grabbed one quickly because it doesn't matter much in my life.
Yeah.
And when I got it home, we opened it. It was a happy accident. Maisie screamed. She's like, "Oh, she's got earrings!" And she's brown. She's very attractive. Very attractive. She looks like J-Lo. She looks like Jennifer Lopez.
A big ass.
She got a big ass. Yeah. Very, very curvy. Ass? Very small up top, but that's how I like them. That's how I like them. Built for speed.
Pog. That's white.
I'll have to cut that out.
So they're different genders, different ethnicities, and then you can have dress any way.
You can have it dress any way. So now, effectively, it's just a doll.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So
I hate it.
Is there someone out there that has kept the magic going a ridiculous amount of time to the point
with adult kids? Yes.
Well, I guess
my mom kind of ran it like that with me.
There's a breaking point, but like you can, through extreme hard work and manipulation, keep making your family believe in magic. To almost their own detriment,
mom
where
kinda
they're
did
arguing
that.
with their peers of like. They're like, what are you talking about,
Yeah,
bro? Like, I trust these people. Like, through even special effects and like,
you're saying taking it to the limit.
Like,
Like
you're
you've got you're paying like you're paying like Industrial Light and Magic to make a hologram ghost in my
Not even a ghost.
Santa ghost in my lobby.
You're just you go to the extreme measures of like even getting another person dressing up and delivering. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yes.
like has that been done?
I think so. Yeah. My mom.
And
did
what happens if it is? What happens at like? Is that a screw up your kids? Like,
I know. I think they always figure it out because there's too many people that know the real. I'm choosing my words carefully.
Yeah, but there's people that still believe in ghosts, no matter if everybody around them telling them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but believing
and you can't
in
convince
ghosts,
them.
But believing in ghosts, the difference is, and this is kind of how my mom ran it. The difference is, it's almost like you are actively choosing to believe in something to make your time in the holiday a more joyous time. And it's kind of my mom, like the whole, those that don't believe, don't receive. That was my mom's motto. But no, like she went further. Like if I were like there was phases I went through, if I were being kind of jerky about like, that's not real, like that kind of thing, she isn't going to participate with me. You know what I mean? So it kind of became a thing where everybody was like, look, we're just going to kind of go along with it because it's what you do with the holidays.
Yeah.
And it does make it better.
And I think that is the norm.
The most. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like the person is like, no. I mean, and they're arguing with their friends. Are like, I'm telling you, like a Tim Robinson they proved
mental
it.
health. Yeah, okay, like a Tim Robinson character who's trying to convince his whole. This is a great idea. We could write this movie.
Okay, and
the guy that believes so hard.
And listen,
this could almost be like a horror vibe to this.
Okay, and I'm kind of beating around the bush here because it's Christmas time. I don't want to. So
we don't like it. No, I'm not going to start yelling at it.
Listen, I assume that I'm talking to a bunch of adults here, and I assume no kids. So if your kids are listening,
we talk about some pretty filthy stuff.
Turn it off right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so
we're good.
Crystal, she did the Passy Fairy one time, right? When the kids were real young. And was it the Passy Fairy or the Tooth Fairy?
Is he a reggae pacifier, like the reggae band?
No. And it's you get.
Oh, a passy. I had no idea.
Pacifier, sorry.
Okay. No. You're right. A passy, like a passy.
So.
Sorry, it's been a minute.
She.
Passy fairy.
So when the kids were to get rid of
I think
the
somebody
pacifiers,
called me that in traffic one day.
Because my kids have my genetics, and they get addicted to things.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, addicted and good hair.
I tell them stay away from fentanyl.
yeah. Fentanyl.
You don't like it too much.
But they have excellent hair.
So they probably had pacifiers too long, and so to get rid of it back when they were real young. We were like, hey, Crystal saw this on the internet or whatever. Like, you put your pacifiers in a box and leave it outside.
Yeah. And then Larry, the cable guy, comes and he picks them up.
And then the Passy Fairy will take the pacifiers away and leave you a gift.
Everything's a gift. God damn, everything's a gift.
And it worked. They were like, okay, I want the gift more than I want this goddamn pacifier. So then they did it and whatever. He broke up. They were shaking a little bit, but anyway, they got through it. But Crystal did it on the Ring doorbell where she
she dressed it all black.
No,
give it a passy.
No, where she lifted the box up with fishing line.
No, I'm not doing that.
And it floated away,
it's
right?
So far.
So yeah,
it's so far.
And then Crystal's like, "Look I caught the Passy Fairy on the Ring doorbell.
Let's kill him and grill him."
And then so they saw, right, very young, saw a box float away, right?
This is why they love anime, by the way, because they're Passy Fairies.
And it ingrained in their memory to the point where
they're so scared of demons that they want to fight demons all the time because the Passy Fairy was demon number 1.
So, and Max will and then I'll just be sitting there.
When's the last time they mentioned the Passy Fairy?
Okay, I'll tell you a story. Okay, so
I'm very invested in this.
I was sitting there the other day. Crystal was at work or something, so it's me and the boys. I'm watching
Was that
football.
a diss or something?
Right? No,
Crystal's at work or something.
no, I don't know where she's at, but then it's just me and the boys, right? And then we don't have, we have deep conversations one-on-one at night sometimes, but during the day is silence.
Yeah. Silence and no small talk.
And then Max does this where he'll just bring up, someone.
That's a very Crystal thing. Hold on, you're doing an impression of Crystal right now.
Someone they're like, Santa's real. And then he'll just start talking it out, and then I'm like, oh my god,
like PTSD.
And then
that's what homeless people do when they're wandering the street. Hey, Santa's real, man. He's real.
And then
Vietnam, it's 65.
and then I'm like, oh my god, he's just having. And then Tommy's not paying attention. He's just having an open conversation to himself. And then I'm like, oh, please don't involve me. I don't want to, get into this.
Does it get to dad?
So,
hey dad.
But then he's like, no, magic is real. I saw the passive fairy float the box away. And then I'm like, oh my god, it created some core memory of proof that he saw magic.
The first thing he remembers is the passy fairy flying out of a box.
And then he saw the proof.
Yeah.
And then I realized this is what happens with ghosts.
It got the stamp of approval from Mama. Right? Isn't that bad?
Like you talk to your abuela, and then she brings up a memory of her seeing a UFO or she saw a chupacabra.
Grandmas have seen chupacabras, UFOs, or the passy fairy.
I remember my neighbor told me, she's like, my grandma, she saw a chupacabra when she was a little girl.
Too much coquito, and she was blew her chocolate.
She was in the farms of Cuba, and she saw a chupacabra, and it ate a chicken or whatever it eats.
They like goats.
Oh yeah. I forgot that. It ate it grabbed a hold of a goat and
drained its blood instantly.
And drained its blood, and she saw it scurry away.
Yeah.
She's like,
she's never been the same. And that was her parents trying to get her to believe.
And she saw it with her two eyes, and she will never not believe because of that. And this lady is an old Cuban lady, 68 years old when I was a kid, and I'm like, that core memory made her entire life believe in chupacabras.
The only way out of this is. It's experimental and it's dangerous, but there is one way out. You have to have a second visit of the passy fairy has to come back. Passy fairy has to come back and revisit. And this time even more, we're going to video it. We're going to have SJ do some graphics in the background. We can add, sound effects. We can actually have it so you can be the passy fairy and talk to the boys through a TV.
Well, that's where I started thinking of, how far can you take it?
Well, if you got money, you can take it pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, even with I've got resources. I can.
Did you know how many video editors you know? I mean, you've even got Melissa. You could have Melissa whip something up in 3 minutes.
Ross Paget owes me a favor.
The table of favors.
I'm saying, I start getting
How is your table
favors.
of favors lately? It looks pretty bountiful. If you're asking
it's
me.
out there.
I think it's bigger than it's ever been.
I owe a lot. You see, but
I do not say that.
I owe a lot, but there are a lot of people owe me.
You never talk about the O's. You only talk about what you are owed.
I'm deeply in debt in favors.
So who's your biggest one you're in debt to? Is it Mo DeWitt? It might be Mo DeWitt.
Mo's a big one.
Mo's a big one.
Yeah.
Mo's a big one.
I've never had to
He owns us at this point, right?
Mo's never had to show up in his robe to my house when there's cops. I don't know why.
Why is that image?
I don't know, but I've never asked him. I've never called him an emergency. That's still on the table though.
That's called the Burke. Do you know who I am? First you start with do you know who I am.
I know lots of cops that they're in my phone and I'm calling them.
And you're hoping they're old cops, because old cops, you got that drunky the bear pass. But new cops, young cops, God, they don't know nothing.
So, but I've never had to do any of that. And no one's had to get me out of jail or come to my defense in any way. So there's a lot of big ones out there that
it is. You know what?
But lots of small ones.
All jokes aside, and being serious for just a split second, it is very interesting to me that Max remembers that. That's crazy. How old were they? That was really young, dude.
No, I know. I don't
really
even know.
young.
I don't even know when but it was it had to have been I don't know,
What
Who
are
the
they,
hell
3 or
knows?
4? 3?
Yeah, no, it was.
They're like babies.
Yeah, it was because there was like
Right after toddler or at toddler.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
but you know what?
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Maisie isn't playing along. Maybe I should just shut my mouth.
See, the problem is the video nowadays, because they may not remember the actual memory, the first memory, but they remember the video that Crystal showed them multiple times.
You have to delete the video.
Yeah, well, no.
Seriously, that'll fix it.
See, because what we like. So okay, hold on. This is crazy.
Does it get deeper? How far down the hole do we? I feel like is this Mindhunter? I feel like this is an episode of Mindhunter.
So me and Crystal are crazy. See, and then we're like obsessed.
I must do a bad job with parenting because I'm just like, what? Leave it alone.
We're obsessed with them like remembering all this stuff because I'm like, what are we doing? This is a big waste of money. You can't remember it because I'm like, I don't remember nothing.
Yeah, well,
you don't remember nothing.
But if you make it a fantasy elf that flies on video, they'll remember it.
So Crystal constantly shows them videos in the past to like reaffirm the memory and be like,
isn't that what they do in A Clockwork Orange? They make the guys repress. He's got repressed memories. They make him watch videos constantly to make him crazy.
And then she's like, look at this trip, and then like, remember when we went here? And they'll be like, oh yeah, and they didn't remember, but they'll remember. So then but they'll constantly go back and remember old memories, which then they don't, because most of your mind is like either you're recalling the actual memory or the memory of the memory. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the original is probably gone, but it's like
this is in the news
pictures.
Today.
Yeah,
I'll pull up the article.
Our brains are flawed. We're dumb animals, really. You know, we're smart animals, but we're not that smart, and our brains aren't that good.
There was a new article just this week. I'll try and find it. But like she's showing. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad.
No,
thing.
It's not bad, but it's causing that whole passive thing, like that's something they would have never remembered if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, the story I was reading yesterday, so funny you bring this up, it ties in perfectly. Scientists are trying to see now, and there was an update to it. They started sort of doing the research in September, but there was an update as of yesterday. Scientists are kind of like loosely claiming, there's a few scientists that are they have this hypothesis that your gut feelings are kind of like memories from the future.
Okay.
It's a calculation that your brain is able to do using the data all the data that it currently has, and it expresses it in a way that is almost as if it's determined the outcome already.
Yeah.
And delivering the info to you.
It's probably a defense mechanism that we evolved into to keep us alive. You know, it's like
precognition, as they call it.
You know, it's like the people. There's in Richard Dawkins' book, they talk about like how our brains evolved, and it's kind of like why we see faces and everything. It's because the humans that saw faces probably lived because they saw a face and it was an animal's face. It was about to eat them and they ran away, or they are rustling in the bushes. The humans that just ran away and thought it was something that was going to get them, they survived and passed on those genes. And the ones that are like, what's that rustling? And then they died.
Right.
And so they didn't pass on their genes. So it's like all this evolution, and now we're here, 2025, but all this stuff is still ingrained into us from 100,000 years ago. That's what I find super interesting.
Super fascinating.
Evolutionary psychology and what we hold on to and how our brains evolved, because it's all built on ancient things that we don't have to deal with anymore. Right. But now we're dealing with them in 2025, and
almost to a detriment. It feels like we don't have the skills that we need to navigate some of these things we're navigating, right?
Well,
it feels way too advanced, and
our brains weren't meant for this much information and stress. You know, like we just lived in the woods and like hunted and gathered and survived and lived till 30, and then we died of.
Now you got your mom showing you a video of an elf she created. You're like, that's a lot of data, right? That's a lot of data.
Just bombarded with, and then so your brain is constantly under stress. We're just like, what's this? You know, it's like.
Let's talk about brains for a second, because something happened over the weekend, which is sort of like, I would say it's up there for you and I as far as nightmares. It is for me. being on camera, hosting something. We've done multiple Orlando City things. I mean, I could list 50 different things we've done. Hosting big award shows, hosting comedy nights, hosting nights where bands are playing.
Just being on the news and being on camera, and then when they go to you to talk, it's you have to talk. It's live,
So a former player and now commentator, Rodney Harrison, is doing like Sunday Night Football duties.
Okay.
And he's live, and I've got the video here for you to kind of check out. Here he is, and people were like immediately Xing about this. Is that what you're supposed to say? Xing instead of tweeting? It doesn't sound right. Xing sounds like you're...
Twitter.
Yeah, tweeting.
I don't I'm not calling it X.
Here, just watch what he does, because it's a variation of the nightmare that you and I are talking about.
Just disorganized in the run defense. I think they get their young running backs going tonight, and then take shots to your favorite guy, Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I look at... I forgot the... I'm sorry.
Washington defense from that group. Best way to attack that group tonight, do you believe?
Best way to attack them. They don't
what have you seen from Washington's defense?
I'm sorry. They just don't have... It's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry, guys. They don't have a lot of discipline.
Yeah, so that's two, maybe even three times that they even tried to lead him down the path. Like, what do you see there? He did that. I do that a lot, too. When people don't have something to say, I'll be like, what would you say? But, like, I don't know. It's just it's a crutch to do that.
Well, there's a lot of people there. Just take it over from him. Quit going to him.
His opinion's not that important, right? That was my thought, too, is that, like, look, if he's not ready, then stop going to it.
Yeah. Although that rarely happens, and that's why it's such a big deal, because, and it's surprising it rarely happens because, there's a lot going on and there's a lot of people and there's a lot of moving parts.
A lot of distractions.
And there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
You're on the field.
It's cold.
There's cheerleaders behind you. It's cold.
People are screaming at you.
Yeah. The fans are out there.
Hey, Rodney! They're yelling at you.
Your background is in football. And you're learning to be a broadcaster. You got a lot of things stacked against you, and then
we've done it.
And then this small thing, like it wasn't even that big of a deal, but it spreads around social media like crazy. I saw it where like people are very concerned. What's wrong with Rodney Harrison? Is it CTE? Like, goddamn, leave the guy. He had a brain fart for a second, and it wasn't even that bad. It's not like he froze.
It wasn't like the lady that did the TASM tourism.
Yeah.
Where and then they honestly concluded that I guess she may have had some sort of a mini stroke that would have like allowed her vocabulary to be jumbled in some weird way where it appeared as if she was making sense, but she was just saying nonsense, gibberish words. That was wild. That one was really scary. This one not that bad, but this one up there with like, well, you're probably not cut up for this.
Or he made him a small mistake, and then he can save
it.
Nice.
You're really nice. You're a really nice guy.
Well, because it's better having football players as commentators because they can tell us some insight. Which
I agree.
I hate when Tony Romo is really good at this, where when he starts calling out what he thinks the play is going to be or what, it's like everybody loves that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you're getting the inside.
Look, I love to crap on him, but Brady does a lot of that too. It's one of the only areas of Brady's broadcasting, and I don't even know what's going on with it. They said they had some announcement yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to read the headline. But like when he shares stories or when he talks about what he would do, I love that. That's neat.
And I like it when the players dismiss like common media narratives where like this he thinks this and like are the team's not playing hard for this person like lost the locker room. There's that's kind of way overblown. Like even though it is kind of true, but it's like all these players are playing hard for their own contracts and families and things.
I mean, it could be true and then it couldn't be. Meaning what
it's
degree
overblown,
of the day? Yeah.
And but it
or like Andy or Travis Kelce pushed Andy Reid. No, come on. Settle down. They're fine.
Also, like I give these guys some grace too because they spent their entire lives to an extent that we probably can't even imagine unless you had a kid that ended up being in professional sports and you knew what it took and like or someone and like but these like Rodney Harrison he has been playing football since pee-wee age
like 8 years old.
8 years old and with a helmet and pads and he his trajectory was the NFL, and he was the best kid.
From day one.
Yeah, he's the best kid in his high school. He was one of the best players in college.
It was apparent.
And with that, everything else in his life was put to the wayside. In all he focused on was football,
speaking.
You're 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like all he focused on his entire career was football, and he had a lengthy NFL career.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and then now he has to learn to be a broadcaster.
Well, that's why the
with
Tony
no
Romos
skill.
are amazing to me,
Yes.
though, right? I mean, you see those guys.
It's not like he had a minor in English and communication, and he dabbled in radio.
Yeah. This is new to him.
It's all new. And then the production of it, people, they end up in professional production or media, and they've been grinding since high school, right? So everybody else that's a non-player, they've been grinding out media since they either radio or TV. So they've got 20 years or 15 years of experience on all these players, and then the players come in, and then we all expect them be good immediately.
Right, yeah.
And then Rodney Harrison makes a mistake. It's this guy.
Oh, I'm one of those guys.
He just started,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Even though
he's trying to get a bigger part.
Yeah.
So yes, effectively, he has sort of just started. Can we go to one more sports thing?
Yeah,
or will
yeah.
we go ahead and finish out?
No.
I have one more sports thing I want to mention to you that I think is awesome.
I was just going to make fun of the and they do this in other broadcasts, but we don't need 7 people on a panel.
What happened to 2? It used to be 2. Like a guy. It used to be okay.
Thursday Night Football is it 6 people? It's
some of them are 8. You know what it used to be?
Fitzpatrick's there.
When my dad was alive, it was white guy never played football, bigger black guy played football. Or vice versa, meaning older white guy played football, younger black sportscaster didn't play football. It was a one. It was a one of each. You got that. Now you don't. Now you get woman, 2 pundits that never played, linebacker, ex-quarterback. I'm I don't need all of that. And you could get the woman out of here and the 2 guys that didn't play. No offense. I added the guys too, but I'm just saying the girl and the 2 guys that didn't play football, leave one of the guys that can talk good and then give me all the players and one guy that can talk good.
I don't
That's
think.
what I want.
Does anybody say I'm glad there's 6 people only saying 2 sentences each? It's too much.
I'll go one further.
There's too many people.
I think it's too much coverage. I think the coverage should start 5 minutes before the game starts.
Well,
I'm so sick of 3 hours. It's is the game on? The game's on. No, this is the coverage. We get 2 hours of this before the game starts.
That's, I guess, that's the money, because they realize everybody starts putting on football an hour early, and then they start eking it up because they're when's football going to be on? They put it on now. Now it's at 2 hour and a half early, and people are hey, we should do 3 hours of early coverage.
Let's finish with one more sports story that I think is absolutely amazing. And this one, it just shows to me, it just proves that there are some people that get it and some people that understand that what they're doing within entertainment, they're just doing it the right way, okay?
Okay.
There's a character. He's been in wrestling for years. There's a couple people in the chat room who know exactly what I'm talking about. Paul Heyman, okay? And I believe he's with AEW. I think he is. No, he's with WWE now. But he's always been a manager. He did wrestle back in the day, but he's always been a manager, a tough-talking. Thank you. He's with WWE. He's a tough-talking, just a son of a bitch, just a real a-hole. He plays the bad guy, he's the evil manager that we grew up with. I have a video here, and there are some people just eating him alive. I think this is what wrestling needs because he's not breaking the kayfabe. He's not breaking he's supposed to be a bad guy. He's not supposed to be a good guy. So here's this video of him. This is him. And I guess he's walking back to the behind the stage kind of a thing. He's walking. A kid wants to touch him. He shoves the kid. Let's play it again. There's a kid walks up to him. They're hey, Mr. Heyman. Hey, Mr. Heyman. And he shoves the kid out of the way. Now, does he shove him to hurt him? Absolutely not.
No.
That was all performative.
And
it's the best thing you could do in wrestling. He proved to everybody he's a real bad guy. He's a real son of a bitch.
Yeah,
he shoved he sold it. And this is what, he's acting. He's doing it. This is the stuff you need in wrestling. This is what makes wrestling awesome. This is why people love wrestling. This is why grown men love wrestling.
Is he getting blowback?
Oh, people are he should be canceled, fire him immediately. He didn't.
But this is great for him.
It's awesome. It's the greatest thing ever.
The blowback is why he did it.
Yeah, look. He goes, Get out of here, scram. Oh, it's so good. Because back in my day when I watched wrestling, Eddie Graham Sports Pavilion, like you had like Blackjack Mulligan, that was my dad. Those guys would actually hit you, or they would push you out of the way.
Yeah.
They were not going to hurt you, but it was performative. They were putting on the show.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. I give him an award. I'm like, thank you for doing it right.
Yeah. Barely nudge him. And then also, who is that kid's parents that be like, hey, run in front of some celebrity and just block his way? Like, he deserves to get pushed out of the way. Like my son said that, be like, of course he pushed you. You can't run out. Like, if someone's walking down an aisle and then he's like,
he put his hands on him too. He put his hands on the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's warranted to shove him.
Which it almost makes me believe it's a work.
Chat room, SJ works in wrestling. He says the kid knows Paul. Paul knows the kid. Still great, though. Hey, even better if it's in a work to make it appear. Then shove the kid on the ground. Make it look real.
I know, yeah, you're right.
Kick him. Kick that kid.
Yeah.
Because
push
it's
him
a wrestling,
harder.
that's a tough-ass wrestling kid. His dad kicked him a couple times.
You could have picked him up upside down and threw him.
Wrestling kids, and we don't have any of them. Maisie's not one of them, and you don't have any of them. But what I grew up with, there were kids that were wrestling kids that could jump off their roof, fall through anything, land on their head.
My buddy, the Wizards kids, I
wrestling kids.
I throw them like I throw them by their legs and whip them
Your
onto
brother
the couch.
was a sort of, and I'm using the term loosely, but Timmy was wrestling for sure. He was the toughest kid I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no, yeah.
No kid tougher than that kid.
I'd throw him around through.
I'd see you push him at this radio station, and you guys are grown adults.
There are some kids you could throw around. I mean, they'll bounce off the floor. They'll be fine.
You want to do
let's take a break.
All right.
Then we'll come back with more corporate time.
Boom.
Sorry, just how you doing?
Welcome back to a corporate time.
Let's do a couple voicemails.
Yeah, man. My allergies have been nutty. Either that or the vapes have finally popcorned my lungs. That's what I'm thinking.
What is that? The popcorn lung?
I don't know. It was one of those things where I got a Google right in front of me. Let's find out what is popcorn lung and why do I have it? Let's just tell ChatGPT the way I really feel, and then maybe it'll be able to talk me down. Okay, in my limited knowledge, what I thought it was lesser known oils that were being used to distribute marijuana products.
Yeah.
Have they're not.
It was like the vessel that that carries the THC or nicotine, right? It's the
I got
that Chinese Wuhan oil.
They got the Wuhan oil. Popcorn lung is the nickname for bronchiolitis obliterans, a condition where the small airways in your lungs get scarred and narrow. It makes you feel short of breath, tight-chested, and wheezy, like you can't get a full breath.
So essentially, it's like affects your bronchioles in your lungs, and kind of like bronchitis does, where they're all inflamed or clogged up.
Yeah. I think it's like, but they're not really saying why.
Yeah. Well, what does that have to do with popcorn?
Chinese vapes and why...
Is it like the hole in the bottom of the popcorn?
I think it's that's funny. That's called the peewee, right? Wasn't that called the peewee?
I
think my dad, I know it didn't, but I think my father called that, get on with the wave. You're going on a date with a woman, Dan Lee. You cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket. I'm like, Dad, I'm not doing it.
But also, do I have to
arrested?
Do I have to maintain? That'd be hard to maintain.
Hold on, we're tangenting crazy. We're gonna get back to popcorn lung. We're gonna get back, but we're not there right now. We're gonna deal with what my dad called the peewee.
First,
and by the way, Pee Wee Herman. I do not believe he was using a bucket. He was bucketless. He was bucketless.
So let's just say I had pre-made the hole in my popcorn bucket, and I'm just...
You have to put your hand under it.
You
have to carry your bucket flat.
Well, you know what?
No, you can put a piece of tape on that.
Yeah. Also, not that... The hole's not going to be that big. So not that much. Two corn...
Why not put it on the side?
No, because then it's spelled. You have to need to
No,
be
no. If
straight
you
from
put
the
it on the
bottom.
side, you can hold it with two hands right in front of you, like a D in a box.
All I'm saying is, like, I don't know what anybody out there is working with, but mine's only 2 popcorns long. Not long, but
Oh,
wide.
wide. Yeah,
Wide,
yeah. Like
yeah.
you're doing Smurf,
Yeah.
Smurf
Like-
math.
like
3 apples high.
Big movie popcorn.
It's the biggest kernel. It's the biggest
that's
kernel popped by American law.
That anyway.
Did you know that?
How
Movie popcorn is the largest popcorn kernel popped by American law.
So how do I negotiate the?
You can't hand the bucket to the teen. You can't hand the bucket to the teen. You have to hold it and be like, no, I'll hold it. You scoop into it.
Yeah.
And God forbid they look inside.
And also,
You put a rag over it until they hold on.
Who's digging around in there?
Well,
Like,
hopefully
you're
your
just-
date.
you're-
That's was the whole idea, right?
You're just squidding some handful of popcorn
Just
from
you
the top.
take,
Yeah.
Are you
You're
are you a one?
You're not like, what's in there?
I don't think, yeah. I like how
That's what
did-
you want, right?
Yeah, that is what you want.
Because if you just minorly squid the top, that's not going to do nothing. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, we figured it out. Back to popcorn lung. It said stress, anxiety, post-surgery, shallow breathing, dehydration, caffeine withdrawal. It's going through a list of reasons why I don't have it. That's funny.
they're just saying
ChatGPT knows me
anxiety.
really, really well. It didn't come from Chinese vapes, but it did come from a chemical used in popcorn factories, and that's where it got its name.
Oh, so it was
It was a long-term inhalation of chemicals like industrial fumes, chlorine, ammonia, and certain flavoring compounds caused it. There were these workers in the early 2000s that were working in, and this is why things get dumb names. I guess it's not that dumb, but it does confuse people. These particular workers in the early 2000s were working in a microwave popcorn factory, and they inhaled large amounts of diacetylene, a buttery flavoring chemical, and it destroyed their airwaves.
Huh.
So just don't eat microwave popcorn and you'll be fine.
No. Well, they're working in it, but 8 hours a day.
But still, microwave popcorn, nobody smells that it doesn't smell like popcorn.
That's,
Microwave popcorn has never smelled like popcorn to me.
yeah.
I can't do it. It's like it tastes, it smells, it's off. It doesn't smell like
It's
popcorn.
like a chemical.
Yeah, it does.
Like
It's-
very chemical-y.
It always has like a chemical. It's almost like I get the same thing from like a diet soda. It's never going to taste like legit good. Anyway.
The people that are working daily in factories and like industrial factories where they're making like like a
I'm
paint
with you.
chemical.
Those people are gross.
Well, it's got to be. You have to think about it. Be like, man, I've been working here for 8 years every day, 40 hours a week.
My grandfather did.
And is this? I mean, I'm sure I know this company. They don't care about me. So are they? You know, what I'm saying? I know they care about getting sued.
But it was at a different time. Like my grandfather, who did work in a factory, he had sort of a almost like a set it, forget it, put it to bed kind of a job where it was like he knew his boss, he was good at his job, he worked in a factory, they paid him well, he worked for DuPont. They paid him well, and he just kind of like went there and left it there. You know what I mean? Like it was like a good, for all intents and purposes, like he painted the factory life as like, oh, it was a guaranteed, easy, good job.
Yeah, no, for sure. What I'm saying is like you're producing. There's chemicals involved. It's in the air.
Oh, you don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
And they don't want you to know what's in there.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
damn sure not going to tell you what's in there.
And then I wonder if a lot of people.
Oh, I'm
are
sure
like,
he was gassed crazy in that in the factory.
Yeah, like because all this.
He died early.
Yeah. And like if they don't attribute whatever you got to that, who knows? That could have been.
They can't.
10, 20 more years before they're like, wait a minute, everybody's getting leukemia in here.
Yeah.
And then
you
they
hope
figure
that they
out.
investigate it 30 years down the road. Right?
Yeah, but
And by then
it's not
you've
gonna save
changed
you.
it or no, it's absolutely not. But let's try this voicemail right here. I think you're gonna like this one right here.
So I have 4 shirts. I've got 4 bowls. I've got 4 plates. I've got 4 forks, 4 knives. I literally have maybe 5 t-shirts, 5 pants, 4 pair of shorts. Same thing with socks. I am a minimalist, but it's a mental illness. I just can't stop throwing my shit away. I have the reverse of what a hoarder has, where if I don't use something for like 2 weeks, I'll throw it away. Even if it's brand new and it looks good, it works fine, I will throw it away. I don't donate it. My fiance likes to take it to like a donation box or something, and I get frustrated. I'm like, let me throw my shit away. I want to throw it in the trash. I want to see it in the trash can. So sometimes I'll break something so I can throw it away without her taking it out of the trash.
I think I have attention to this because I'm really good at throwing stuff away at the house, and it drives Andrea crazy. But yeah, if there's like I'll brand new stuff in the packaging, I'm like, well, we don't need it, and she's like, well, we'll give it to somebody. I was like, no, we won't. You're lying to yourself when you say that. When you say when there's something new in the package that you don't need, and then your significant other says to you, well, why don't you just give it to somebody? The reason we're not giving it to anybody is because A, nobody wants it. B, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. And you'd rather it be thrown away than give it to someone.
No,
no,
I mean, that's funny, but no. I mean, no, I'd rather...
You'd rather no one have it and
okay,
then someone...
I'll go back to what you're saying. I would only agree with you if the person that needed it is watching me throw it away. You see what I'm saying? I need them to feel sad.
So,
no, but yes, I mean, it's like I'm with him. It's also easier.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what do you want me to spend 30 minutes to walk around the neighborhood and say like, hey, need an extra dog bowl and water dish and food dish, brand new? Do you need one?
It's definitely more work to like post it for free on Facebook Marketplace and then have people schedule time to come by and get it.
I like that you guys do that.
You could also
I'll
do
give
that.
you and your wife some compliments. I like that you guys sell things that are in good condition to other people.
But you could also just put it out by the curb, by the trash, and put it on Facebook Marketplace and say, hey, it's out here. And then it's best of both worlds. Like,
they'll get it.
If someone goes and gets it, good. If the trash guy gets it, good. With, whatever happens, it's fate's decision.
Now, how do you feel about looking out and you see kids playing with it?
I don't care. Whatever happens to it after
but then
I put
they
it out
leave
there.
it. They leave it in the street.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah, yell at them. Stop playing with my trash.
So back to this guy and his mental illness about minimalists. It's better than the opposite because you're never trapped in your own prison of garbage that you created.
He could be trapped in a different kind of prison.
Well, he's trapped in the I can't ever accumulate things, but that is almost better. You're lighter. You could leave at any time. You don't have this all. I mean, the what we're all doing in accumulating all this garbage and storing it in storage units and stuff. That's hinders your life.
Why are we going so far to storage units? I think we need to look no further than just the average 2-car home garage.
Yeah.
I am the only person that I know of my friends and my neighbors, none of my neighbors.
Yeah.
In my townhome building, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, okay? Out of 6 units, I think I'm one. I'm the one. I'm the guy that puts his car inside.
Yeah.
Everybody else uses it either as a hangout, storage, Stu and Sue, they have, multitudes of files that they use because they've been working in the city for, 30 years. Actually, they might have just started pulling their car in. I got to give them credit. I think I think we have 2 out of 6. That's not bad.
Well, society's telling us put up Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, now even inflatable turkey. Where are you supposed to keep all this
stuff? That really bothered you, didn't it?
I'm mad at that. Where are you supposed to keep all this stuff? Like,
it's a good question. It's the storage unit, I guess.
Yeah. So then,
which would you rather do? Serious question. Would you rather rent a storage unit to put all your extra stuff in and park your car in the garage, or fill your car's garage full of the stuff and park on the street? There are no bad answers. I wouldn't judge you either way. But I think most people, based on what I just said, would rather fill their own garage and park on the street. You're not having to spend extra money.
Well, that's the bill, and then they prey on this mental illness and they keep raising the story. So all of a sudden, like
I want to own a storage unit so bad, dude.
Every month
kidding.
You're like, God, I'm now paying $295.
We got to fix.
Started off with $99 a month.
We got to fix for this,
and then it makes you so mad at yourself.
Wait, are you my client? And we're up to 200, and you got more stuff?
Yeah,
I'll cut you a deal. 300, you get a bigger unit. I'll help you move it all in. That's how they do it. I've seen them do it. They'll be like, hey, we got some guys on site. I'll help you move it. We're just going to up you $100. You get a little bit bigger unit.
Yeah.
They're keeping you hooked on the drugs.
But then you're gonna keep increasing that
Yes,
unit,
and they know that. It's just like spending your paycheck, right? You just
Yeah,
keep leveling
no,
out.
yeah.
Leveling out. Oh, we
All
gotta
right.
go. Bye-bye. Delayed bye-bye. All right, and then we gotta do the 40, right?
Yeah.
All right. Save that one there. And then we can just pick up where we left off if you want to.
Yeah.
These still
I
going.
I don't even know what would be the downfall of a minimalist. Because you could be like, well, they're throwing away something and then they have
Lack
to buy
of
it again.
preparation at times, I would say that was the number one that came to me. Is that like this guy, because he's so minimalist, if he ever needed anything
You have to go buy it again.
above, then you'd have to source it, and you can't source it quickly. Hoarders can, not hoarders, collectors, like I'm almost
No,
a
let's
hoarder.
just say average American.
Well, like me on Friday, we
That-
needed an extra cord, and
that-
I have hoard cords, so I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I know how to fix this.
Yeah. But that opportunity comes less often than the cost of
Way less.
keeping so much shit.
I agree. It's
It-
not very often
it's-
that you need to do that.
It's like there's some meme or like a reel about it may be a commercial about the dad. Like they're like, I needed some piece of wood to fix this bed that's 6 inches long and has a weird and the dad's like, whoa, and then he runs
yeah,
to his
yeah, I love
garage
that. I love
and he
that.
goes to his
love
pile
that.
of wood and he picks out the thing he's been holding
Yeah.
or like for
He's
10
got,
years.
He's got jigs for everything needed to cut in the world.
And then he runs back, and it's like, yeah, you're making a joke. First, that opportunity that never happens, and even if it did, it's not worth you holding piles of wood for 2 decades.
But there is a happy medium because, also if you
Yeah.
have the space, like Travis Pastrana's got the space. I mean, you could say that he's a hoarder, but he is one of those guys where he's like, oh, we need that. We're going to fix that because when I watch his videos, he'll be like, I
Yeah.
think we got one over here, and he'll dig through his pile and he'll have it. Well, he's got the space to
Yeah.
do it.
and the money to pay people
Correct.
to organize
Yes.
it. That's no
There's
one's
a way
got the
to do
time to
it.
organize it.
All right, buddy.
I'll okay.
You want to pick it up from
perfect,
there.
yeah.
Start from here. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. 2 things real quick. One is we have a new VPN partner called Surfshark.
I was just using that this morning.
Yeah,
winky, winky.
And you can go to tomanddan.com, and if you click through our web ad, you'll see it. It says Surfshark. And you click through that, you get 4 free months. Basically, a VPN service allows you to visit any website you want in Florida. You could just click on whatever country's internet you want to use. I use Canada. It's easy. One click.
I'm an Albania guy right now.
And then all of a sudden now I get access to all these websites that have been blocked in Florida.
Because they think I'm not a man.
Yeah. And so you could go through tomanddan.com.
You don't tell me I can't touch myself, DeSantis.
Also, after you're done with that, if you want to scan, you can get a scan of your carotid artery and the artery in your stomach and check the blood pressure.
And that's
all
on
your
the
extremities.
Surfshark app, too. You just hold your phone
That's
up
a different
to,
one. That's a different.
I'm getting them confused.
That's the 159 Tom and Dan scan on tomanddan.com. All right. So
Yeah, we were talking about hoarders versus minimalists, and then you were asking the question. It's a good question. Is there any drawback to being a minimalist? And then I said, and I think my wife said it, like we should get married. She said the same thing. It's like a minimalist, you may not be prepared, or you might have to borrow some things. It's not a terrible drawback, but we are looking for drawbacks. We're not trying to villainize either side. We're just looking, what's the drawbacks of being a minimalist?
you're looking for that eyeglass tiny screwdriver, and then you go to your junk drawer, and then
got one.
a minimalist has no junk drawer.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, I got to buy this eyeglass tiny thing that I threw away.
But
because
there's
I never
beauty in
use it.
both to me.
Yeah,
You're more.
That's way less of a downfall than a pile of doo-doo.
What are you more, naturally? I don't even know what I am. Because I see beauty in both. Like there are times when I'll go to my big, and I'll call it a hoarder tub. I've got a big hoarder tub of whether it be microphones, cords, all kinds of pieces for this studio, old cameras, old lights. I mean, cables they don't even make anymore. And there are times when I can go in there and get something and I'm like, I'm the hero. I found the cable. But it's very few, maybe 3 times a year, 2 times a year.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the different types of hoarders here. All right.
Okay.
So
My favorites are the disgusto poo-poo ones,
yeah.
where they poop in the toilet until it becomes a pyramid to the ceiling.
So you are closer to my wife's hoarding, where she's hoarding emotional.
Okay,
And
yes.
she's hoarding emotional, and maybe I'll use this later type of hoarding.
I think that's also emotional.
Yeah, which is
In some sort of way, you're like, oh, I can fix this.
It's connected a
It's
little
like,
bit.
I don't want to get rid of this because I might use it. There's a lot of good meat on this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And like my wife will even go, and I don't know if she wants me to talk about her mental illness on the air, but I'm already doing it. Where she will.
That's fair.
I think that she's abandoning whatever this item is that she had. That holding on to, like throwing it away is kind of like you were supposed to take care of it. It was yours,
And you're abandoning
and
it.
and now you're throwing. She was our old boat when we sold it. She was like taking pictures of it. She's like,
Yeah.
like
She's back there rubbing it and kissing on it.
we'll never sell our house. She's already admitted to me. She's like, I can never sell my house to someone else, to some strangers. That's our house. And then I'm like, oh.
Does she know about the people that lived in it before you guys?
Well, to her, we've
She's
made it
rewriting
ours.
history. Yeah.
She's gutted it,
Yeah.
made it her own,
Yeah, yeah.
and now, like, and whatever. I set up shop, my plants and a bunch of plants. I kind of feel my way, like, these are my plants. Like, I'm not going to
So
give
you
my
agree
jungle
with her.
over.
She's rubbing off on you. I like that.
So that's an emotional hoarder. I am a lazy hoarder. So
There is a difference.
my hoarding, like all this stuff, there's no emotional
And when you
attachment.
guys come together, you become megalodon. Is that what you call yourselves? A megalodon? Megalahorde. You are the megalahorde.
So I have no emotional attachment to any items. I don't care
No,
one
you don't.
whatsoever.
You don't.
But I'm
not even. You know what's funny is that he says that, and before you go, oh, that's not true. There's something. No, there are items that had belonged to members of his family that perished in a hurricane, and I think if they went missing, it wouldn't be like you wouldn't even lose an ounce of sleep. You'd be like, oh, that sucks. Okay. Right? It's not even
I
a
wouldn't
big
be
deal.
devastated
No.
by it. I would be disappointed. I would feel personally responsible because of my
Well, that's also
non-emotional.
the way you're wired.
I'll be like, God, I shouldn't
You
have. I
idiot.
should have cared
Yeah,
more about
yeah.
it. But anyway, like I'll keep stuff and I'll be like, I'll get rid of that later, and then it just piles up, and then it's like,
Yeah.
I'll clean that later. I'll organize this later, and then next thing you know. Like all the shit I have
Megalahorde.
it's a megalahorde again.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
there.
oh my God,
It's huge.
And if I just would have kept on it every day
Yeah.
instead of,
But
but
who's gonna do that? Honestly, I don't even do that.
Like, I
well,
get-
Andrea does that. She's the only person I know that stays on top of her.
But like I get back from this camping trip and then we're unloading the car because I'm like, God, it's been a long
I'll
ass
just
day.
throw it in there crazy.
And then I put it in the garage, and then I'm like, I'll get to it later.
When the door's shut, it doesn't exist.
yeah. And then I'll go back and I'm like, I should. And then the other things get thrown on top of it, and the kids' bikes. Then it's Christmas time, Megalahorde. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again.
And nobody can fight the megalahorde.
And
man.
then
It's
I'm
too
like,
big.
then I have to, and then I'm going to talk about this, and people are, you're insane. You have a mental illness.
No,
Oh.
you're not. You're just like everybody else. So you're either a Dan or a Tom. I see it. Look, dude, look at my complex. You can walk through the back of where I live, and
Yeah.
you can go Dan, Tom, Dan. And it's a 50-50 split of those that maybe emotionally hoard or hold on to things with good intentions, and those that truly do not even see. I don't even think you, like your desk. There are people that would come, and both of our desks, honestly. You look at
Yeah,
both our
yeah.
desks, it's terrible. It's a megalahorde. It is. They
It's
both
a mini
combine.
megalahorde.
Because mine is all like, and mine, I have a lot of the stuff from the AT&D on my side. My side of the room is compromised. It's bad. It's a full transformation.
Well, that's kind of my fault
No.
for loading and all.
We haven't done anything with it though.
Yeah, no, I know, because I get to it later. It's laziness. I'm like, we got to utilize this stuff.
It's fine.
Invoices. God,
All right.
distract myself.
Should we keep going?
So
Yeah.
one
Continue,
more thing with
continue.
hoarder.
Yeah.
So there are the organized hoarders. And the only example I can think of, and you'll know exactly, is
Hoardanizers.
the Jamie Heidemann from Mythbusters. Chris
Chris Stapleton.
Have you ever seen his warehouse? Like everything's labeled in like a little clear like a Rubbermaid container
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's
I think
all,
I've seen the
it's
video
like
you're talking
gears,
about.
it's wall. I mean, it's like a library. It has
Yeah.
like a rolling ladder.
Chris Stapleton, the guitarist
Okay,
and,
yeah.
and country singer. He has an airplane hanger with like his car that his wife bought him when he was writing the album The Traveler, which is the one that really broke him from being just a songwriter. And when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, it's just a bunch of crap. It's not. When you're walking down he has aisles, and he had somebody go through, and I think it was him though and his wife, and they took every guitar he's ever been gifted, every piece of merchandise, every piece of memorabilia, every poster,
They turned it into like a museum.
But
almost.
but you can't get to it readily. It's organized. It's like, oh, it's down here. And you walk down the hallway, and you're like, oh, let's find the guitar that Merle Haggard gave me. And you walk down, and C4, C6. Okay, here it is. You pull it out.
Okay.
You open it up, and there it is, perfect condition. It's like, oh, who did that? Who organized that to a point where you know what aisle your Merle Haggard guitar's on? Because that's cool.
That is cool, but also it's like they probably never look at it. So it's like hidden away.
So it goes back to your argument of wouldn't it be better to be more of a minimalist because you're not even looking at this stuff anyway?
Yeah.
You have a Merle Haggard guitar that you never see.
But you know where it is, which is weird.
It's very Daniel. It's very much like me. It's like I know where my stuff's at, but I don't use it.
But also, it's like the Mythbusters guy. Like he has this.
But he has little things. That's what makes it more impressive.
25-foot tall, like bay by bay bins full of sprockets, and this is a bin full of PVC attachments or whatever, and it's all and he probably hasn't done any Mythbusters building, and
That's cool.
There's probably hundreds of those bins he hasn't opened in 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So it's a form of hoarding, even though he could use it.
Yeah.
It's all organized hoarding, which is weird too. If you never used it, it's just like you're paying for the storage and all this. And then I'm always fascinated by once he's dead, they're just going to come and empty all this in the trash anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's that one, because with my example of using Chris Stapleton, if it's memorabilia, it's going somewhere.
Somebody will sell an estate.
If it's just parts and you're running for all intents and purposes like a Ace Hardware or a Skycraft.
Yeah.
Where it's
Skycraft.
just, I have, I'm actually becoming a little bit of that in my garage. Like I got to throw some stuff out. I have so many scooter parts and little pieces and it goes with the sickness that Crystal and I have, where I have parts that I didn't use on this 1959 Vespa that are brand new parts that I don't know what to do with, so I just hoard them. Like I have rails, I have chrome rails that would go down the side of my scooter, but I chose not to install them because I like the way the rubber looks. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep it original and use the rubber. But there's no market for that. Who's going to buy those? I'm one guy that has a 1959 VBA. Nobody else even probably has one of those. There were only I think 224 of the things made.
So I don't know if this is true, but it makes sense psychologically, right? So follow me with this. So I wonder if it's ingrained into our DNA, our evolution, to store things over seasons, right? Like you, especially in the winter, like you'd have to be prepared to survive through the winter.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hoard all your preserves and your jerky that you smoked and
it was
other
your
preparation.
nourishment for the winter, right? Is this a carryover from nourishment?
But also,
because we ain't got no nourishment problems anymore. Fat as hell.
No, but all the stuff you'd have to prepare, right? So mentally, the fact that you have all these parts and you know where they are and you've prepared for this upcoming event that's never going to happen, but it makes your stress level go down because you're prepared for it.
It's a chemical release.
It's kind of like preppers. Preppers are hoarders, essentially preparing for an event that most likely isn't going to ever happen in
but
their lifetime.
Get relief from.
They feel peace of mind.
They see that 5-gallon jug of mac and cheese and they're happy.
Yeah, they're prepared.
Putin's not coming to get me.
So there's a hoarding aspect of being prepared. Like you have all these different lampshades just in case you want to change your lampshades one day, or you have
that's crazy prep, but I like it. I like it
because you can start justifying anything.
Sure.
I
have to sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen people keep this. I don't want to throw away this recipe book just in case I
have
want to
that,
make
yeah.
some holiday quiches or whatever. I'm like, what the hell are you talking? You're insane.
Holiday quiche.
I was just like, what are you talking about? You'll never do this. Yeah,
Sounds like a pretty exact example that you may have pulled out of your memory bank.
You're
But
never
we'll
gonna
move on.
make
Was that me? Did
these
you hear me
goddamn
say that?
vegan holiday quiches. I mean, it's never gonna happen. Okay, just get rid of it. It's like, oh man, stuff it in
Yeah,
this.
put it in there.
Oh,
You
there
gotta
it is,
save
there.
all the recipes.
There, I'll walk by, I'll look at it every
Now,
day.
what about recipes you lose because you throw stuff out? Like I get a
That's
lot.
fine.
I get a lot of stick. Well, no, I have a story about that. I got a lot of stick because I try to fight some of my ways. Most of my type of hoarding comes from, like you said, wanting to be prepared, wanting to have things, not wanting to throw out good pieces of electronics that could save our ass one day or whatever. But I am good in other ways of like almost too good at like if it doesn't really mean much to me and I think other people can enjoy it, I'm okay getting rid of it. And I did that with the estate sale on my mom and dad's house. There wasn't really any, like their style is not my style. Their furniture was very old and
Yeah.
antique.
It's easy to get rid of other people's stuff.
It really is. Yeah, it is.
You didn't form that emotional attachment to
Yeah,
it.
I didn't. But also, but there was also an emotional part of me that knew that if I held on to this stuff, it was not going to get used. Like even nice stuff. Like there was there was like an armoire that I actually struggled with actually keeping. I was like, oh, I can keep this. And then I was like, who are you kidding? You don't do any of this stuff. This is not you. This has never mattered to you. So wouldn't you rather somebody buy this that's going to use it or enjoy it?
I'll tell you the closest. So this is the closest to emotional hoarding that
I'm
really this is
interested to hear
Crystal.
this because I can't see you doing this ever.
I've talked
You're
about
not a
this.
thing guy either.
But Crystal, like from my pop-up, had this old Singer sewing machine table, like the one that the sewing machine was like upside down and you
it
flip
flips
it.
up.
Yeah, it flips
Yeah.
up.
Those are cool.
And Crystal's like, oh, and like she asked my pop-up years ago, like, oh, can I have this one day or whatever? He's like, yeah, whatever. He don't want. I didn't think he knew it was a sewing machine. It's gay. But so then Crystal took it and it's sitting in our garage, right? And it's not worth anything. Believe me, I looked it up. To see like, well, maybe this thing's
Make it
worth
feel
like,
better if it was worth a lot of money.
$100, like it's worth zero, and I can't for whatever. Like I need to just throw it away or just put it up on Facebook for free, really, because it's old. It's like from the 20s or something.
Yeah.
And I just need to put it up because someone will take it.
If it's old, somebody will want it.
And because of whatever their hobby, it'll give them some emotional joy working on it. Some old sewing. People collect old sewing machines.
DeBerry Joe in our chat room said my uncle inherited my great granddaddy's Singer manufactured in 1911.
Yeah. That's called a burden. Because now this huge sewing machine you'll never use is in your garage.
Well, the
and there's
best part
stuff
about
piled up.
old sewing machines is their stitches are so much better than they're not.
But I haven't, for whatever reason, like just taken a picture of it and given it away because it sat in his house.
It's a 1911 pistol. That makes more sense. I was like 1911.
But it sat in his house for so long. I do remember, like, it was always just sitting there in the corner. So it was like, I'm like, God, am I just going to give it to a stranger? And then I'm like, that's a little bit of that where I'm like,
A little bit.
and a normal person would be like, oh, you shouldn't give it away. Right? And I'm like, well, what is it? It's just sitting in my garage.
Yeah,
Like,
I do that a lot with people where they'll have something and I'll be like, they're like, I'm getting rid of it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. You should keep that, And I'm like, why am I telling them that?
yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why? Just shut up. You don't need to give them any advice. Let them throw their crap away.
I'm not gonna display it in the house. It's also not even. It's not even really a interesting talking piece. I've tried to rationalize this a million times. Like, do I turn it? Like, do I put it in the corner as a decoration? There's like an old 1920 sewing machine. There's like, oh, what's that? Oh, my grandfather's. He had in his house. Like as a.
It's in good condition.
It's kind of like a piece
right?
of art.
It's in good condition.
It's for a 1920 sewing machine. I don't think it works or anything.
Is it wood or is it metal?
The furniture is wood and the thing's metal. It's like a Singer.
Is there any way to repurpose it into, like, since the sewing machine flips under, could you make it like a cool table for you to use in your garage to, like, put your bar stuff on when you're mixing a hidden drink from the boys or something? Or
my garage is
it's okay.
There's
no judgment here.
There's no
You're in a
doing
safe
anything
space.
with it.
You're in a safe space.
It's a megalo.
I don't judge. I don't judge megalahort.
Yeah. So there's nothing going on in my garage except for megalo.
Okay.
And then, so I can bring it inside the house but that's when the horde starts coming in. You can never invite them. It's like a vampire.
Can you weave it into the plants somehow, where the plants are growing out of it?
The plants are another problem.
All right. Well, let's dovetail into it. Let's
yeah.
talk about it. I love the plants you've given us. All the ones you've given Andrea. That we're all back to life now. We're thriving.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
I have too many there, and then some of them died, and they're all brown.
Okay, you got to throw those out.
And I got to get to it.
Well, you got too much going on.
And then when I do get to it, it'll be like, God, I got to take care of these, and then it'll be half the day going and taking care of it. Oh man. We're burdening ourselves with all these things. And I'm with the minimalist. That guy, he's living the life. Like, just get rid of it. When he gets home, there's no burden. There's no like, oh, all these plants. I got to get to cleaning this. There's nothing.
But I guess what I would say is, well, exactly. Is it good to get home and just look around and be like, there's nothing? I guess only if that gives you some sort of joy, right? Like,
yeah, and that's his.
Yeah,
and he even's like,
he
this
sounds
is my
cursed.
mental.
Yeah, he sounds a little cursed by it. But I do like that better. You know, like I will say that after cleaning up my garage, and I need to give it a pass through, because here's the thing about cleaning your garage. Once you've done it and you spend time in there, you're going to junk it up again. You have to. Everyone's garage does that.
Yeah.
Like mine, I remember I have the desk, I have the TV and everything in there. I need to go back through, make sure all the trash and papers are like organized, wipe it down, make it look nice.
Like the people that are able to live, and I don't know anybody like this. At least my friends.
What you're talking about.
No, just so efficiently that every Christmas, because if you have kids, you get them toys, you get them something, whatever.
You have to.
And then over the years, that piles up, and then so you constantly have to be moving stuff out and moving new stuff in.
The moms that are constantly turning and organizing the. I've seen these moms. Yes,
and then
they're namely moms.
And like
I don't see a lot of dads do this.
How they're able to do it? I mean, they must not have full-time jobs or other things. Like, you know, there's only so much time in the day to be this organized and like to move all the stuff out and like going through the house, like everything's got a place. There's nothing. There's no piles.
Tracy's talking exactly what you're talking about. Tracy in our Twitch chat room says, I know these moms. We hold parties to trade toys.
Okay. And
Interesting.
And so they're able to, they don't have some kid's playroom with a bunch of toys piled up. Everything's like in its place and organized. I'm like, well, what gives?
Well, I think they get something out of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
they're
Maisie's kind of like
Yeah.
that. I would say even more so than Andrea. Andrea is in the chat room and she says, I feel like I'm fairly organized. You are. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to get mad. You're not as organized as our daughter. You're not.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a slap in the face.
Well, it might be. But she might agree with me. If you see it naturally, what my daughter does for fun and things, it's not even fun to talk about. She enjoys organizing and cleaning her desk. She'll tell me that. I'm like, hey, I will say to her, hey, you want to take Dansby up to, you just want to take him for a drive? I did this over the holiday. I was like, you want to take Dansby for a drive? She's like, no, I kind of just want to stay here and clean up my desk.
All right.
I'm like,
that's
okay.
amazing.
Well, no, it's just what she's into.
No, I know. Yeah,
You know, it's
right,
not. It's a real. It's not even. I think it sucks. Personally, I think it's terrible.
Because you want.
I want fun stuff. That's not fun, but she enjoys it. It's fun for her.
Yeah. Because you want it to be like you are like forcing her, like, stay home, clean your desk, because at least you're like.
It makes more sense to me.
I have control over that.
Well,
but
why would
the
you
other you have
choose?
no control. Like, is it my sons never clean their desk, and thus we force them.
Why would you choose not going with your dad to 7-Eleven with the dog and getting candy over cleaning your desk? I don't know.
My sons will literally choose anything besides doing work.
Me too.
I'm
with them.
They'll be like, anything. What else can I do?
Yeah, Andrea does bring up a good point, and Maisie calls it fiddling. And this is Andrea's theory, and you tell me what you think about this. Andrea thinks that because she's gone from home with dance so much, that when she gets home, there's comfort in like being around her things. Like there's like safety in that, like, oh, well, I'm home now, so I'm going to do my stuff. And she really enjoys it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's and people should take pressure off themselves as parents. I do it all the time. Is like your kids are who they are.
Relax.
You could either. I've looked at this before too. I mean, people, you know, they're giving me S in the BDM page. They're like, I can't believe Tom doesn't force his kids to help set up the RV or like load the stuff or whatever. And I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like they have to bring.
Well, of course you are. You're doing a
some
show.
stuff. Yeah. But like, honestly, it's easier for me. I mean, it's almost selfish. Like it's easier for me to do it myself than like here, get this. Tool and ratchet down the supports,
the jacks,
the jacks on each side of thing, and then they're
a
like,
piece of wood under
they're
them.
like, I'm doing so slow. Like, yes, give it to me. Well, I'm eating my mosquitoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier for just me to do
job.
myself.
That way, it's a little too close to home because Jack's was my job.
Well, I'm just saying, it's easier for me to do it myself. Like,
my dad and I got one of the biggest fights because I lost one of the pieces of wood he cut for the stupid jacks.
I'd be a better dad for sure if I forced them to do it and be like, we're standing here, we're going to let you do each one so you know the quality of it. And I'm just doing it myself fast. I'm like, I need a drink.
Well, I don't even know how that would play out because I don't even know if they'd be into it or if it would take forever. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I almost feel like they'd have to be into it.
See, that's what I want to ask the dads, like Richard's dad. Like, you force your kid to help, but how do you have the patience to sit there and watch them do it so bad?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
Like they're horrible at it. The kid, they got no muscle. They don't know what they're doing. Like, I got a drink.
I got a choice to make here. I got to make a choice.
I was like, get enough fast. The mosquitoes. I got a drink. Sorry.
Let's try this one right here.
Hey guys, I'm listening to A Mediocre Time. The Stripes Are All There. You're talking about the Eddie Murphy documentary, and I'm a little bit older than both of you. I think I'm 10 years older than Tom, and a couple years older than Dan. I was born in 1973. Anyway, you guys don't understand how famous Eddie Murphy was back in the day. He was at the time when he peaked celebrity, he was just as famous as Michael Jackson. It's wild. Like I'm
going to pause him there. I think I disagree with that.
Really?
Only because
it's a little before my time, but he was super famous.
Here'd be my beef with what he's saying. Music is way easier for all people of all dialects and worlds, I think, to enjoy. And I don't know if Eddie is something that everybody would have digested at the time. I think he's super famous. But when you start inching into and you ever say anything like Michael Jackson famous, that's a different level of famous that's almost bigger than the Beatles.
Worldwide, for sure.
Yeah,
but
like I can't see Eddie Murphy worldwide being, and I'm not trying to pull a Tom here and say like, I ain't sure about that, but I'm just saying I don't think you can even compare anybody to Michael Jackson.
But what about in the United States because of the movies? Like Michael Jackson never was in movies. Like
no.
Eddie Murphy was the star of multiple huge movies, box office hits, and then obviously people knew him from SNL, but. And then when people started circulating his comedy special.
Did Eddie ever do any type of trickery to blow Caucasians' minds?
What do you mean?
I don't think it. See, Michael Jackson has another real big card up his sleeve, and that's called the moonwalk. And if you can blow white people's minds into believing that you are an extraterrestrial alien, as I think Jim Colbert, doesn't Jim Colbert have a story about his uncle believing that Michael Jackson was an alien after he watched him moonwalk on the Grammys or something, and it was like mind-blowing.
Now, Eddie Murphy, more relatable, especially, obviously because...
And we knew
Michael
his story.
Jackson was always weird.
Yeah.
Even at his insane height, like people are like, it's kind of weird. It's like something weird. He was never relatable.
The thing that made him most weird to me was that birthmark on his penis. Going back to it, I think Eddie Murphy, super famous, but he's the most famous comedian of all time. Eddie Murphy. That's a hard one.
Of all time. In the documentary they were talking about like how, and it's interesting because Richard Pryor, obviously from his interviews and his like reactions to people asking him about Eddie Murphy, like had a visible problem with Eddie Murphy, like, and even though they worked together later, but like you could tell that, and it made sense because Eddie Murphy did talk about like in America at that time, there was only room for one black guy to be famous. And that's how he felt. And that's how, like, society was kind of, they're like, oh, you're taking over Richard Pryor. Not that, like, hey, you're funny, Richard Pryor's
Welcome
funny.
to the table.
It was like you're taking his spot.
Interesting.
And that was in the documentary too, which for sure, society, they felt that because it probably was societal. Like that's how society felt too at the time, And
well, that comes up now.
The early '80s,
Well, I think that comes up now. Even like that same racial sort of deal comes up. Like it's coming up right now. In that you've got this is breaking news as of this morning. You've got 50 Cent trying to release his Diddy documentary, and then you've got a lot of people that are saying, well, you knew about this and shouldn't have been. You shouldn't be profiting off of another black man's demise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, that's like a whole sort of a take now of like why would you do this? And or like people pointing the finger at him saying like, you knew more than that anyway. Now you're gonna play white knight and release your little documentary and try to act like this is, I don't know, but it's an interesting sort of a take.
I wonder what's in the documentary. Like, is it anything that would surprise us at this point?
I don't know. It's like it's kind of the details were a little. Let me ask about it.
It's odd to me because like in the '90s, like when all these things were happening, and I think obviously with him it was happening more than that, but like with these parties and girls and like all this stuff, it was like. That's what like you tell them like, hey, this is happening. Like they're passing around these girls to their friends, and we're like, yeah, they were telling us they're doing
right,
it.
Right,
like,
yeah.
And then now, and like you were like, oh, this was wrong and horrible to do, but it's weird that when it was happening, everybody was like, oh yeah, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Of course they were doing that.
Yeah. It's called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. It's a 4-part documentary series. It debuts today on Netflix. Wow, look at that. We're breaking news. 50 Cent is the producer. Let's see. Controversy. Combs and his team have strongly condemned the documentary, saying it's a shameful hit piece and alleging that some of the footage was unauthorized or stolen. 50 Cent and filmmakers say they legally obtained the footage and have the rights to use it. 50 Cent publicly claims that despite their history, the documentary isn't about the beef. It's about accountability, justice, and giving a voice to the alleged victims. So certainly not his bitterness and hatred of Diddy. It has everything to do with the victims. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
I hear you, Curtis.
The video of Mike Tyson sitting next to
Hezbollah?
Puffy Combs.
Oh, I thought it was little Hezbollah. He's kissing him.
And then Mike Tyson picking up P. Diddy's hand and moving it.
Because he was touching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, touching his leg. It was on Arsenio Hall, right?
Was it Oprah?
I thought it was Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, maybe Arsenio Hall. Okay, yeah. But we've all seen this, right?
It's my screenshot. Screensaver on my phone.
So was Puff Daddy trying to grope Mike Tyson's leg?
I don't think so.
Right?
I'll have to go back and look at it. No, I think it was a friendly, have you ever been around somebody, and it only happens with men, it never happens with women. I've had a couple of them, and they usually run in the, almost like a salesman, or I think my dad may have been inching into this territory, where if he's telling a joke or cutting up, or getting, having fun with it, holding court, he'll kind of put his hand on your leg, slap your leg, hey man, it's kind of almost like a term of endearment. But I have to go back and watch what this was, because I don't know what this was now.
Because it was presented to all of us as look what even Mike Tyson knew P. Diddy was a monster, and then it shows Mike Tyson and you can see it in his face he's mad that he picks up P. Diddy's hand. And
he's doing something
and moves it, and then Puff Daddy doesn't even really react to it, and then
I wouldn't either.
But then I was like, was he trying to grab Mike Tyson's leg?
Melissa, who helps us a lot. Hello, Melissa.
Right.
Melissa, not the whore, in our Twitch chat room says, or was he trying to big D him? See how far you could go with the champ. I mean, you've got two of the most powerful people, one physically powerful, one arguably power and money powerful. is it a D out? You see what I'm saying? You got two alphas.
Okay, yeah.
One is a Music Mogul alpha. One is a I'll punch your face in alpha.
Yeah.
And you've got Music Mogul alpha. The only way he ain't gonna start a fight with him, but he can do things to him because he knows. Look, I got security. I'm Diddy. You can't do nothing to me. I can put my hand on your thigh or your and you're not gonna do nothing about it.
Oh, so
is it that?
It's kind of like a D out. Yeah, maybe
Here, do you wanna watch the
that
video?
makes more sense than.
Here's the video again to refresh your
yeah.
memory. Here's the clip.
right.
Okay, he's let me turn the sound on.
Okay.
Okay.
His hand was really just.
Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
Oh, he's near his ass.
Well, now when we come
But his
back,
hands
we're
was
gonna
kind of
talk
just
more
laying
puppy
there.
and
He
more
didn't
than-
really
But
grab.
for Mike, it was too close to his ass because that's
Yeah.
gay. And that's why I moved. I think I figured it out now.
So, but Puff Daddy wasn't trying to grab Mike Tyson's
No.
ass.
He just had his effeminate hand
okay,
too close to a mega alpha man, and that guy ain't gonna have it.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna have it.
Yeah. So anyway.
I've seen these guys. I've been
I
around
was
these
like,
guys
what the hell's
before.
actually
I've
happening?
been. Okay, that mentality that Mike Tyson is
yeah.
expressing right there.
Yeah.
I've been around guys that have the same. I'm not saying they're Mike Tyson, but I've been around guys before where like you go to give up, and you give them like a handshake too long, or you go to give them a hug, and they're like, and they just move you. They just move you away, like not gonna happen. Not doing
Plus,
it.
Mike Tyson's all messed up. Or he got a horrible. He grew up in the boxing
He's so
club.
messed up. He doesn't even know he's gay for pigeons. Doesn't even know it. That's how messed up he is. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right. We got time for a couple more voicemails. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, we love to get them. I check them in the mornings, 1-844-TOMNDAN, or use our app. The app and the website are working better than they ever have because of our good friend Matthew. I got to just, I know this is a weird time to do it, but Matthew, I just got to thank you and George and your team. Orange Pixel, you guys have been really helping us out to get our website and get our app working. Thank you guys.
If you want an app built or any website work, mrmattfred@gmail.com.
There you go.
He started it as a small business. He said that, after the business we started, he's like, I want to start my own, and he's doing a great job, and he's helping us out.
Check it out. Let's try this one right here.
What's up, Dan? Listening to the BDM show from today, Monday. You're talking about the Pornhub professional-looking lady on the main side that says, sorry about your luck, you can't go here. I think that's Sherry DeVille, man. Check it out.
It is. I took his advice, and I looked her up, and it is Cherry DeVille.
Okay.
Is it Sherry DeVille or Cherry DeVille? I like, personally, I as a consumer, I like Cherry DeVille. I just think it sounds better.
And as a porn star?
She is, but she's like an older, like a lot older now.
Okay.
She'd be like, late 50s, I feel, like early 60s.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
has its place. Still has its place.
There's some.
But you can find out more about Cherry DeVille if you go to tomadan.com and just click here to get Surfshark. Then you won't have to see that stupid thing anymore. Still angers me. It still angers me. Oh, you can't log into your bank account from your phone if you leave your VPN out. There's a little fun fact for everybody.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So if you're gonna, if you're on the potty and you're gonna do a number 4 and then check your savings, don't do that.
Well, just disconnect from Canada's VPN.
Yeah, just disconnect. Let's try this one because I think I know your answer. But can you help our buddy Charles? Can you help him out?
Good morning, Tom and Dan. This is BDM Bugman Charles checking in with you. I was just talking to my wife. I'm on my way into my job today, and I heard an advertisement for Welcome to Rockville. And they have a bunch of bands that we would really enjoy seeing because we really enjoy them. And I was thinking, like, wow, this would be amazing. It'd be good for her birthday. I'll buy her some tickets. And then I started to think about it, and like, man, it's going to be May. It's going to be hot. And do I really want to be standing out with a bunch of sweaty people?
What do you think? What do you think?
First, it's odd that you never heard of Rockville.
I like that. I like that part.
You just heard it on the radio.
I like that he's just like, what's this Rockville thing? I got to check this out.
Yeah,
it's like the biggest concert in North America for the last 5 years.
But then the fact that you normally listen to radio is weird that you've never heard it being advertised in the past few years. Has been a thing for what, like 4
the
years.
last 5 years. I'm
years.
not kidding when I say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
and it's got exponentially bigger every year to the point where
and it's on the news every year.
I think
They're
it's
like,
the biggest rock concert in North America, or one of.
yeah, and like
Is it the biggest? I think it's the biggest.
Well, it's the biggest one in Florida, right?
It's got to be.
The amount of people, like every year,
It was
like,
big enough to
last
kill
year's like
Earth
200
Day birthday.
Yeah, they're like 200,000 people showed up, or whatever the hell, like some astronomical number. It makes the news. It's all over your social media. Anyway, back to should you buy tickets? No, well, here, you know what? I'm okay because I talk a lot of S and say this is horrible, this is whatever, and to each his own. Like, a lot of people have a great time going out to Rockville.
You're not even going to throw that, but do they? Because I'm feeling
well,
it.
Of course I
want to say it. I want to say it.
How are you having
There's no way.
It's so hot, it stinks.
This is the one I agree with you on.
Oh, God, it stinks.
This is the one I agree with you on.
No.
I wouldn't be. I mean, the only way I would do this, and I asked a friend of mine, and I won't say her name. I asked a friend of mine that works in this world, right?
Yeah.
About these type of festivals. And she told me, she's like, they're great for me because I get VIP. But if you have to go, but she gets access because she works in that world.
Yeah.
And when you work in that world, most of the people you see that have the great passes and all of that, that's all like almost like, I believe you can't buy those. Those are all comped out because you work in that world. If you're just walking though from stage to stage in the main field and you're camping in like a 4-person tent, Charles, that's going to be rough, buddy.
Now,
real rough.
A rough time will make you tougher. I tell my sons this all the time, even though I give them no rough times. But so you can make the argument that you'll be a tougher person after you stand in a field for days in the heat and watch.
Well, there are other ways to do it. Also, I'd like to go back to what you're talking about. I know some of these people that stand in the field, and they are not tough people. But what they are dumb and stinky. Dumb and stinky.
You can.
Is that mean? Was that too far? Was that a step too far?
You can make it better by like planning it out, and then like, all right, here's the bands that we really want to see.
You want me to give you the bands?
And then stop and take breaks, and then you eat lunch, and then get some beers, and then leave enough time.
Oh, leave it to my wife to bring in the one thing that we just talked about. She's like, do I really need to go if they're going to do a stream like they did for Van's Warped Tour? That was a good stream. It was really good.
It's the camaraderie of being in a live event with that many people. There is something to be said about being around a bunch of people and feeling that energy and watching the show with them. You can't replicate that on TV. But all the effort it takes to do that.
Yeah.
You can make an argument, is it worth it if I just watch on TV? You're
Yeah,
like,
okay.
no, we'll take both.
That makes
You know
sense
what I'm saying?
to me.
Because
Yeah.
like it is a lot to go do for that energy feeling of the crowd.
Okay, it'd almost be better if I could go and in some way get a little bit of the crowd, but then duck into some sort of room and watch it in air conditioning. So I'm like, okay, it looks good out there. It looks good out there. I'm going to go back into the disgusting part.
There's an element of it. It's a younger person's game. Although every year I see tons of our listeners that are my age or older, and they're out there in a tent and camping all weekend, and I'm like, well,
they're hoarders. They're hoarding memories. They're hoarding what is it?
And then I'm like, wait a minute.
Breaking Benjamin memories.
These people tougher than I am? And then I would take it as a personal insult.
Just the fact that they drive to work every morning blasting 5-Finger Death Punch makes them tougher than you. When's the last time you listened to 5-Finger Death Punch, sir? You want to know the bands this year?
Yeah.
Foo Fighters. That's a goodie.
Yeah.
That's a goodie. And their new drummer, I was wrong about them firing Josh Freese. They had every right to do that, and the new drummer fits in better. That's just my opinion. Guns N' Roses, we saw them.
Okay,
they were
yeah,
great.
yeah.
I'd see them again. They're great. They just announced a big European tour, too.
2 awesome bands that it would be awesome to see.
Here's
live.
one for your wife, My Chemical Romance. Massive band. Bring Me the Horizon, another band that I've seen. They're very, very good. I did mention 5-Finger Death Punch, The Offspring. I'd go watch The Offspring.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Want to hear something funny
Dude,
about
I've
The
been
Offspring?
listening to The Offspring since I was in middle school.
You want to hear something really...
That's just to see them.
Be cool.
And to know they've been performing for this goddamn long.
Noodles.
Yeah. It's like, now you're kind of talking, all those bands individually would be a cool show. And the fact that you get to see them all in one weekend,
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Breaking. I was never a Breaking Benjamin guy. That's why I made jokes. A Day to Remember, local band. I'd love to see them again. Amazing. Godsmack. One of Andrea's mom's favorite bands. Can you believe that?
Is that
No. That's Disturbed, and they're taking a hiatus. Godsmack is the they did. The lead singer's name is Sully, and they would always play the drums together, and he's a little guy. Oh, what was Godsmack's big hit? Oh, Voodoo. Oh, theirs was. Don't let the money fall.
Godsmack.
That's the best Godsmack you'll ever get. Tom and Dan, this year we will do one night at Judson's Live where it's Tom and Dan present Godsmack, and we'll sing that song.
We'll sing
that song 10 times.
We do the whole album.
Yeah.
People are just sitting there, they're eating.
They're eating pulled pork sliders.
We're like, we forgot that one.
Tom and Dan present Acapella Godsmack. I don't even know any. Hold on, I gotta look up other Godsmack songs. Hold on, we gotta do this.
Give me another one. We can do another one because they have to be.
It has to be Godsmack songs, though.
You know what's funny? I remember that.
Oh, that was a good one
from Crusty Demons of Dirt.
But can I give you you don't like compliments? Your pitch was great. We've sung together maybe 10 times on the show, and we've done this 30 years. And this last time, he didn't get one wrong note. Not even one. You knew. I think you even knew the words better than me. All right. So this is the one. I Stand Alone. Yeah, this is a good song. All right, guys, it's time for the Club La Vila Wet T-Shirt Contest. Ladies, come on out. Oh, I cut my teeth to this music, buddy. This music, just because I've heard it so many times at bikini contests, this song comes on and I get a boner instantly. And I can't do anything about it.
They call that a boner smack.
Oh, man, what a better time.
I mean,
what a better time.
Does it get more C-Rock than Godsmack?
I don't think so.
Is Disturbed more C-Rock than Godsmack? I feel like Godsmack.
I think Godsmack. Okay, Disturbed went a little when they did the "Hello Darkness, my old friend." Gay! Like, get out of here, Disturbed. We want Godsmack.
Yeah.
When they did Sound of Silence and they did Simon and Garfunkel, Disturbed, you're out of here.
Yeah.
Godsmack is the new kings of C-Rock. Take your sons.
How long
and camp and do Tommy Mac's daddy C-Rock camping. I'll go with you.
How long has Godsmack played
30
as
years?
A band? 30 years?
Yeah.
Since the 90s, right?
Let's see. Maybe longer. How old is the band Godsmack?
And it's got to be damn close, though.
They have been around a very, very long time.
Yeah. Because, or were they early 2000s, or were they?
No, they were early 2000s, but they may have formed before that.
Yeah.
They formed in '95.
Okay, so it's 30 years.
Yeah.
So this is literally their 30-year band anniversary.
That'd be pretty fun. I bet one thing that I have heard about Godsmack is that most of the time they sound good. Like they put on a good show. I mean, Andrea's betting that
reps.
Tommy would probably like Rockville. I think he would too, other than the stinkiness and the hotness. But the music's good.
Yeah.
The music's definitely good.
He's not a music guy. Max feels it. You have to have emotion to like music. Tommy he likes background music, and he likes music. He'll tell me, like, put on music. And then I'm like, which one do you want? Anything. Like you say, it's like just something else.
They've got, let's see, I'm looking at some of
Daydream.
the other ones here. We've got Five Finger Death. Oh, Turnstile's going to be there. Simple Plan, Ice Nine Kills, Death Clock. That would be very fun to see.
Wow, that's a mixing of audiences, like the new school, hardcore, young Turnstile audience and the Godsmack.
Yeah, but the Turnstile guys are all inclusive to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like the Turnstile guys seem like they're like very happy and inclusive.
I haven't seen the fact that Turnstile is so popular.
We gotta get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're really geeking out on music here for a second. You gotta be emotional for music.
All right, bye-bye.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's all right.
My bad. I don't want to.